I'm EastWest. In my world, 3D speaks louder than words. To bring you the most precise spatial audit, I've even cloned my own voice. This is where the unseen becomes visible. Your bedroom is no longer a sanctuary, it's a 24/7 stress chamber. You're working where you sleep, and it's compromising both. To make this work, I didn't just push a desk against the wall, I used a professional zoning strategy to separate two opposing energies, work and rest. This is what I call spatial psychology, backed by traditional wisdom. Many of my clients work from home, and they all say the same thing. I can't focus during the day, and I can't sleep at night. The first thing I do is look at their bedroom office. Look at this setup. The desk is suffocating the bed. Let me explain why this layout is so destructive. Your brain is a pattern-making machine. When you work in the same zone where you sleep, it gets confused. The brain starts associating the stress of deadlines with the place it's supposed to relax. This creates a vicious cycle. You can't sleep because your brain is still processing work. You can't work because your brain feels like it should be sleeping. Over time, this leads to chronic stress, burnout, and a measurable drop in your productivity. And here's the second problem: clutter. When your bedroom is also your office, it becomes a magnet for unfinished tasks. In Feng Shui, this stagnant clutter is a constant low-level stress that blocks fresh energy. If you're dealing with a cramped bedroom office like this, tell me in the comments what your biggest struggle is. I'll pick a few and give you a quick Feng Shui insight in my next video. So how do we fix this? In my design consultations, I evaluate every space through 3 specific lenses. First, energy flow. Where is the work energy clashing with the rest energy? Second, vertical pressure. How does the furniture layout affect your sense of being overwhelmed? And third, zoning for function. How do we create a clear boundary between work and rest without wasting a single inch? This bedroom office was failing all 3, so here's the plan I designed. I can only take a few of these custom audits each month. Every plan deserves my full attention. If you're ready, check the link in my bio. Now let me show you how this all comes together. Before I show you the fix, look at the real cost of doing nothing. Now compare all that to a one-time $599 audit, not an expense, an efficiency investment with measurable returns. First, the desk. In Feng Shui, we call this the command position. I placed it facing the window, not the bed. Bonus for remote workers. That low cabinet hides your bed from the camera, so your Zoom background stays clean. If you have a floor-to-ceiling window, keep a gap. Don't push your desk against the glass. A light curtain will soften the light, kill the glare. Then, the bed. I moved it to the quietest corner, and beneath it, a rug. This is the core of zoning. That rug defines your rest zone. Here's a detail most people miss. The rug isn't just decoration. Its precise placement matters. A 2-inch difference changes the entire energy boundary. Why? Because your subconscious registers the edge of that rug as a psychological wall. Think about it. Let me know in the comments if you've ever felt a shift just by changing a rug. Now I know what you're thinking: a cabinet in the middle of the room. But here's the logic. In a multifunctional space, a piece of furniture placed perpendicular to the wall acts as a visual barrier. It's the simplest way to create 2 distinct zones without building a wall. And finally, one small ritual that changes everything. That low cabinet between the desk and the bed hides the work. At the end of the day, everything goes inside, out of sight, out of mind. If you want to try this yourself, watch out for these 3 common mistakes. 1. Pushing the desk flat against the wall, killing your command position. 2. Using a rug that's too small, which loses the zoning effect entirely. And 3. Leaving work items out in the open, which keeps your brain stuck in work mode 24/7. These small errors completely sabotage the logic. That's why in my custom audits, every single placement is precisely calculated to match your specific floor plan. There isn't just one answer. It's about creating a psychological boundary. For some spaces, a low cabinet works. For others, a rug and a shift in light temperature are enough. The key is precision, the 2-inch rule applied to your floor plan. That's what I do in a custom audit. Precise placement, calculated for your space. Here's what makes this strategy so powerful. Everything I just showed you is a zero-renovation fix. No messy construction, no complicated building permits, just pure spatial logic. Whether you own this space or you're renting, these principles travel with you. They're an asset, not an attachment. At EastWest I don't just arrange furniture. I translate old wisdom into spaces that support your modern life. You don't need to own a mansion to live with clarity and focus. You just need the right logic. If you're ready to stop fighting your space and start working with it, I can help. Check the link in my bio for a custom audit. I've also put a free Feng Shui guide there if you want to start small. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.